which is the smallest collar, smallest knot, and then there's a half Windsor, and then there's a full Windsor. So that size is determined by basically the knot itself. But what's most popular is probably the half Windsor. It gives you a good size knot, still keeps your tie from being a good length and not being too short when you do the half Windsor knot. So that's what I'll do for you. We're going to put the collar on, and we all can do it from either the right side or the left side when you're tying the knot. And if I'm tying a tie on somebody, I'm going to run it this direction, basically having this part of the tie extra long, rolling it over the smaller part of the silk coming through on across his neck here, kind of starting as high as you can. And that's why we end up looking in the mirror when we're tying our tie, because we want to get it pretty high so there's less to pull up at the end. So if you look in the mirror, you're going to be able to get as high as you can. Take the larger part of the silk, wrap it around the back side, and then over the loop. What you got is you got a right and the left side knot there already put together. So at this point, you're going to wrap around the front to get what the basics of the front tie is going to look like right there. And then you loop it under and through the opening of the tie, and just kind of gradually start pulling the tie down and forming a shape of the knot itself, which is basically a kind of a teardrop finish, wider at the top and a little bit narrow at the bottom, so you get this nice little point. And then we even try to put a little dimple at the finish so it comes in and goes back out. And then when you pull that up, I tend to kind of pinch it from here to keep that shape kind of molded in a little bit there. Pull it up like that, there, and then it kind of centers on the collar. I'll pull the collar down, it should fall right into place. Just like that. And then you have a keeper. That's what they call the keeper. So you want to put the rest of the tie in the back inside the keeper so it stays in place. And then some nice accessories you can add to that. You can tie a little tie bar. Keep that tie from moving around a little bit there. So that's a nice little accessory. And this Greg is wearing the traditional point collar. So even then, the knot is still, at this point in today's men's fashion, just this knot seems to serve most of the collar sizes and collar shapes. And that's how you tie a tie.
Around the store.
Yeah, okay. Share around the store a little bit. A lot of guys that shop with us and a lot of customers that come in are first-time suit buyers, and they identify us with our suits and sport coats, but we have a lot of other products that guys don't know we sell. We've really turned to our sportswear collection and show off what we can do in our jeans. Lucky brand is a big brand for us. Silver brand's another big line for us. We've emphasized how to coordinate jeans with our latest modern shirt styles that have collars, and then putting on a little casual jacket for the more, the modern contemporary guy. That's when we accessorize, we kind of emphasize maybe the contrasting of colors, the blending of colors. So those help us give us different visual looks with the suit, and so that the customer who hasn't really bought a suit can get the foundation of what goes good together, and then give them different looks by just the contrast or blending look there. The blend would be, well, for me, if I'm going to work with this shirt, I'm going to grab a tie that has a lot of this color in it and less of another color, where the contrast would be less of this color and a lot of another color. So for example, that color there, I'll be reaching for something that maybe has a lot of it, or even a solid color, but something that's got a lot of the tie shade can be more of a blend look, and something that maybe has a lot less of it, and that kind of shirt shade's a little bit more challenging because this isn't like your classic blue or your white. But when you get a little color in your shirt, the suit, the shirt, and the tie together makes colors pop a little bit this way. So there's less of this shade of green and more maybe the gray and the black and white, where you might have a tie. And these are fairly similar. This is a little more challenging shirt, and ties are just a personal preference there too. There's no real boundaries when we're accessorizing, and there's some fundamental things we look for and help someone along when we're accessorizing, but personality and and maybe the occasion can set the look up